Hey, it's David Sherry. I help million-dollar business owners bring their business vision and life into alignment. And today I want to talk about how to empower your team through setting a vision. Maybe you're at the stage now where you have some other people working for you, or you're tired of doing it all yourself. In this video, I want to talk about the shift from being the driver of everything in your business to empowering a team around you to achieve much bigger results than you could do on your own. Now, up until this point, maybe you've been the one putting in all the effort. You've been the superhero of the business. You've been putting out fires. You've been making things happen. But you're starting to realize that this can only go on so long, and I can only get so far with my own effort. Maybe you already have a team and everyone else is working, and you're wondering, why is it that I can't get to the next level? Why is it that this business can't expand? The missing piece at this stage of your development is having clarity of vision for everyone in your team to sync up around. Vision is the leverage point that's missing in your business. Most people really struggle with this because they want to be in the doing, continuing as they have been, just getting things done without a clear focus that is strategically impactful for your company. It's going to be difficult to create meaningful change. Setting the vision is going to be the key leverage point, and the big mindset shift that you need to go through, or we need to discuss, is how to go from doing everything yourself to empowering other people through your vision. So let's start with how this actually works. We need to define where you want to go before you're able to create that outcome. And the best way to do this is to be in a very imaginary place where you're just thinking, what if? How could this business be better? What if we did this? What if we went from selling online to selling in retail? What if we got a celebrity to be our brand spokesperson? What if we went from offline to online? Think about these interesting changes and the opportunities that you feel exist. Start with where. Now, you can do this with mind mapping. You can use visuals. You can write it out in a long form doc. Whatever is going to be helpful for you in imagining the 1 to 3 changes or opportunities that you see in your business, and describing them in as vivid of detail as possible. If you want to launch your first retail store, where would it be? What would it look like? What would it smell like? What are the lights like? What does it feel like to be in there? Create a visual understanding of what it is that you're trying to create. And that's going to help you when it goes to a later step of communicating where you want to go so that other people see what you. The second thing to really pay attention to when creating a vision as a CEO, as a founder, is to ignore the how. When you're planning, when you're coming up with this vision, it's really easy for you to start thinking, how am I going to do this? How are we going to make this happen? I don't know if this is achievable. We want to start with dreaming big and not worrying about how we're going to make it happen. It's actually a good sign if you don't know how to do what your vision is. It means you're setting a big vision and making change happen. You're not just doing what's already been done. So it's a good sign if you don't know how to do something. Ignore the how in this part of the planning process. We'll come to that later. Once you have a vision, let's say it's opening a new retail, let's say it's launching a new product, whatever it might be, now we need to assign a leader to own the project. That's someone who can collaborate with you on this vision. That's delegation, but it's part collaboration as well, where you get to describe all the things that you're imagining for where you think this business can go. Use your excitement in your communication with this person so that they start to understand, okay, I think I see where the CEO wants to go. Now you can collaborate on how to get there. You can task them with coming up with some strategies for how to get there. You can suggest some strategies you've been thinking about. But now you're not overburdening yourself with owning every initiative. This is the whole point of having a team. Let them come up with the how, collaborate with them, support them. But if you are the one who is the owner of all the major projects, that is going to be a tough burden to carry, and you probably won't reach the goals that you want. Tip number 3 is to set big goals. Big goals create meaningful change. And as cheesy as it sounds, the idea of you shoot for the moon and you'll land amongst the stars, it is true. And if you set too small of a goal, you're more likely to just keep doing the same things you've always been doing as a business. So when you set a higher target, or if you're not feeling excited about the target you're setting, see if you can raise the bar 10%, 50%, 100%. let that be a guide for changing how you're operating today to create more impactful results for your business. Now, step number 4 is once you have a where you're going to and you're ignoring the how, but you're bringing in a collaborator, someone else to be the leader in charge of this project, it's time to get clear communication going with that person so that you are both in agreement on where you're going, on when it's getting done, on how you're following up. Then you become a role of support. Now I'm here as the CEO, as the founder, to support that person in creating that outcome. I'll help unblock them. I'll help problem solve. That's where I get to use my superpowers of problem solving and making things happen. So vision is really this leverage point for your leadership. It's time to learn how to define the where on a quarterly or biannual basis. It's time to communicate that to other people on your team so that they're clear on where you're going and empowering them to make things happen. Getting this process going so that you get more comfortable in the seat of a visionary CEO and not just an operator in your own business. I hope this helps give you some ideas for what you can do for establishing a vision. I hope it creates massive impact in the business that you're building. If you have any questions or comments or thoughts, I'd love to answer them for you.